6,935 days, 228 months, 19 years. As of November 24th, 2023, I became 19 years old, meaning this is my last official year of being a teen. It's almost crazy for me to think that this is it. This next year will be the last of my teenage years. My body has shifted into these forms that some days I loved and others I've hated. I've made friends and I've lost friends, fallen in and out of love with not only people but places I've been and things I've done. I've been through a lot throughout my life, but yet it has never really hit me how much has changed. It feels like just yesterday I was sitting with all my childhood friends under the big tree in front of our houses. Our parents yelling at us to get off the electrical units as we had our Rita's Ices they always bought us. Like it was just yesterday I moved out my small hometown into this massive city. My whole life, people have always asked me what I wanted to do when I was older. However, whenever I told some of my passions, I would then hear things like, "Really? But that won't make you that much money," or "That's nice, but what's your plan B?" These questions of doubt caused me to doubt myself and my dreams. It even got to a point where I tried to convince myself I wanted a typical job. I would tell myself, oh, well, being a doctor would be cool and maybe law isn't that boring. I would tell myself I had to pick a regular job because only the lucky get to be successful YouTubers and artists and main event worthy wrestlers. For the longest, I convinced myself that all my dreams were unobtainable, that even trying was pointless. It was also these responses that made me begin hating school and hating the idea of even trying to go to college. Putting years and money that we don't even have into learning about something I won't even enjoy. Needless to say, this left me feeling lost, almost like I had no purpose. However, I actually watched this movie that made me see what my purpose was clearly. I grew up watching a lot of Robin Williams movies. He's one of my dad's favorite actors, so we would watch a lot of his movies together. However, there was this one movie that he was in that I actually never saw until a couple weeks ago. The movie is called Dead Poets Society. It's a movie set in an all-boys school with high standards and ancient traditions. The new English teacher, John Keaton, who's played by Robin Williams, uses these unusual methods to reach to the kids' minds, teaching the kids that it's alright to chase dreams that no one else can envision. In all honesty, the entire movie was really inspiring for me, but there's this one specific spot of the movie that stays in my mind. First class the kids have with this new teacher, he has them take out their books. He calls on a kid to read the introduction, which gives a poor explanation of what poetry is, almost making it into a formula they must follow in order to call it a poem. Once the kid finished reading, John Keaton insists that the kids tear out the introduction page of the book. He then explains how poetry isn't a formula to master, but instead true feelings being displayed across a page. And this is where my favorite line of the entire movie is said. Medicine, law, business, engineering, these are noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. My whole life, I've had teachers and even other kids my age tell me that my dreams were stupid and that they are basically unachievable, always telling me that it won't make me enough money or that it will never allow me to meet success. But it took me into this past year where I realized that my dreams were never motivated by money or fame. My dreams were manifested by the passion and by the love that grew for it. In recent years, I found myself falling in love with art and each paint and pen stroke I put down. I found myself falling in love with music and the messages within each beat. I've even found myself falling in love with the small things, the way the sky swirls with colors at sunset, or the way a butterfly soars through the sky. And yeah, maybe it's dramatic or over the top, but these are the things that brought me to this point. I realized that I don't care about being a billionaire or being a famous celebrity millions look up to. As amazing as that would be, I don't think that's the point of me being here. I believe my purpose is to create and inspire. I believe that I am meant to make art that speaks to someone, make videos that comfort people, and to simply love. I've started to get this feeling that a lot of people lose the spark to create, inspire, and love as they grow up. A lot of the time, people believe that these are childish things, telling others to grow up when they turn to a new project, laughing at somebody when they try something they see as unorthodox, and treating one's heart as a treat they get to have till their next meal. This is something that I hope I never become. Instead, I hope this new year brings me wisdom. I hope I get to learn new things no matter how difficult it may be. I hope 19 brings me love, friendships, relationships, self-love, and love for the little things. I hope 19 will bring me happiness, the ability to smile in times of hardships. I hope 19 brings me creativity, new ways to show people exactly who I am. And most importantly, I hope 19 brings me community, people I can feel completely safe with, as if I had known them my entire life. This year, I make a promise to myself to step out my comfort zone. And as scary as that may be, I refuse to allow my last teenage year to go to waste. I have no clue what year 19 is going to bring me, but that's almost the fun of life. You really never know what is going to happen until it does, and you can fight it all you want, but at the end of the day, it will happen one way or another. And though it is still terrifying to not know what is for my future, I cannot wait to see what 19 brings me.